Are you tired of letting emotions control you? Or perhaps you're trying to find peace in this restless world. If yes, then this video is for you. Before you take another step in life, watch this: 12 Stoic lessons that could redefine your journey. First of all, let me explain what Stoicism means. At its very core, Stoicism is a way of thinking that leads to a better life. This philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we can't. It teaches us to stay calm in difficult situations, reduce stress, and make better decisions. It encourages us to develop virtues like wisdom, courage, and self-control. This way of thinking can lead to a happier and more peaceful life by helping us handle challenges with a clear mind and a positive attitude. Now, there are many Stoic rules that could help you become the better version of you and live a peaceful life. But in this video, I'll be discussing 12 rules that will help you in your daily, day-to-day life. These 12 rules distill the essence of Stoic wisdom into practical steps you can apply every day. So let's dive into the 12 Stoic rules that can transform your daily life. Rule 1. Practice gratitude. Let's begin with one of the most transformative Stoic principles: practicing gratitude. Marcus Tullius Cicero said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others." Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a mindful recognition of the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude means when waking up in the morning, and instead of immediately thinking about your to-do list or the challenges ahead, you take a moment to appreciate the warmth of your bed, the roof over your head, or the simple fact that you have another day to experience life. This is gratitude. Practicing gratitude is important because it changes the way you perceive the world. When you regularly acknowledge the positive aspects of your life, you train your mind to look for goodness, even in difficult situations. So how can you practice gratitude in your daily life? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on things you're thankful for. This could be in the morning to set a positive tone for the day, or in the evening to end the day on a good note. You might think about a kind gesture from a friend, the beauty of nature you noticed on a walk, or a personal accomplishment, no matter how small. Another effective method is keeping a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be big things. Sometimes the small joys make the biggest difference. Over time, you'll have a record of positive experiences to look back on, which can boost your mood and provide comfort during tough times. Expressing gratitude to others is equally powerful. Tell someone you appreciate them, or thank them for something they've done. Not only does this make them feel good, but it also reinforces your own feelings of gratitude. You can also incorporate gratitude into routine activities. For example, before a meal, take a moment to appreciate the food and the effort it took to bring it to your table. During your commute, you might be thankful for the opportunity to listen to music or a podcast you enjoy. When faced with challenges, try to find something positive in the situation. Maybe a difficult project at work is an opportunity to learn new skills. Perhaps a disagreement with a friend helps you understand each other better. Remember, practicing gratitude is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with practice. At first, it might feel forced or unnatural, especially if you're used to focusing on problems. But with time, it can become a natural part of your thought process. Rule 2. Serve others and contribute to society. The second most important Stoic rule is to have an intention of serving others and contributing to society. This principle encourages us to use our abilities to help those around us and to make a positive impact on our community. It's about recognizing that we're all part of a larger whole and that our actions can significantly influence the lives of others. Serving others is fundamental to leading a meaningful and fulfilling life. When we help those in need, we not only improve their circumstances, but also enrich our own lives. Think about the satisfaction you feel when you lend a hand to someone else. Perhaps you volunteered at a local shelter, helped a neighbor with their groceries, or simply offered a listening ear to a friend in need. These acts of kindness not only brighten someone else's day, but also bring a sense of fulfillment and joy to your own life. It's a win-win situation that enhances both personal happiness and community well-being. Serving others shifts our focus from personal worries to the broader needs of those around us. It reduces feelings of isolation and self-centeredness, by connecting us to something larger than ourselves. When we engage in acts of service, we cultivate virtues like kindness, compassion, and empathy, qualities that the Stoics held in high regard. So how can we practice this principle in our daily lives? It doesn't require grand gestures or significant sacrifices. Start with simple acts of kindness. Offer your time and skills to help someone with a task they're struggling with. Use your talents to benefit others. If you're good at teaching, consider tutoring someone who needs help. If you have technical skills, perhaps assist a non-profit organization that could use your expertise. Engage with your community by participating in local events or supporting neighborhood initiatives. This not only contributes to the collective good, but also strengthens the sense of community and belonging. Expressing genuine concern for others can also be as simple as being present and attentive. Sometimes people just need someone to listen to them. Offering emotional support can provide immense comfort to someone going through a tough time. Remember, serving others isn't about seeking recognition or expecting something in return. It's about fostering a spirit of generosity and goodwill. The impact of your actions might not always be immediately visible, but the ripple effect of kindness can extend far beyond what you might imagine. Rule 3. Reflect daily on your actions. When we were young, our parents, our teachers, or our elders would watch us, and if they found us doing anything wrong, they would immediately stop us. But when we are adults, we have no one to keep an eye on us other than ourselves. Stoics would keep track of themselves, and if they found themselves doing anything wrong or even thinking inappropriately, they would ask themselves to stop immediately. Self-reflection is powerful exercise. At the end of each day, take some quiet time to review your thoughts and behaviors. Consider what you did well and where there's room for improvement. Seneca advised, "Each day we should call ourselves to account." By reflecting on our actions, we become more aware of our strengths and weaknesses. This practice helps us grow and make better choices in the future. Imagine your day as a book you're writing. Each evening you read over the pages you've just penned. You notice the parts where the story flowed beautifully and the areas that might need editing. Similarly, reflecting on your day allows you to appreciate your good deeds and recognize moments when you could have acted differently. This simple habit can lead to significant personal growth, helping you stay true to your values and become the best version of yourself. Rule 4. Be honest and authentic. Next, let's discuss the importance of being honest and authentic. Honesty and authenticity mean speaking the truth and acting with integrity. Be genuine in your interactions with others and true to yourself. Epictetus said, "Keep your intention pure." Honesty builds trust and respect in relationships. When you're truthful, people know they can rely on you. Let me share a story with you. In the ancient city of Athens, there was a man named Diogenes. He was a philosopher known for his strange ways. One sunny day, Diogenes walked through the busy streets holding a lit lantern, even though it was bright outside. People thought this was odd. A curious person asked him, "Diogenes, why are you carrying a lantern in the daytime?" Diogenes looked at him and said, "I am looking for an honest man." The people around him were surprised by his answer. They realized that Diogenes was trying to show how rare honesty had become. Imagine wearing a mask all day, pretending to be someone you're not. It would be tiring and hard to keep up. Being yourself and being honest frees you from that burden. It allows you to show your true self and build deeper connections with others. Diogenes' simple act reminds us how important it is to be honest and genuine. By being truthful, we can have better relationships and live happier lives. Rule 5. Seek wisdom and understanding. The next Stoic rule is about seeking wisdom and understanding. This means continuously pursuing knowledge and self-improvement. Socrates said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." Think of yourself as a traveler exploring new lands. If you never venture beyond your comfort zone, you miss out on the vast wonders the world has to offer. Similarly, if we stop seeking knowledge, we limit our potential. In ancient Greece, there was a merchant named Zeno. He traded goods across the seas and was quite successful. One day, while sailing on a voyage, a terrible storm struck. The wind howled and huge waves crashed against his ship. The ship broke apart, and all of Zeno's goods sank into the sea. Standing on the shore after the shipwreck, Zeno had lost everything he owned. He felt sad and didn't know what to do next, but instead of giving up, he decided to travel to the city of Athens. In Athens, Zeno walked into a bookstore. As he read the words of wise philosophers, he felt inspired. He asked the bookseller, "Where can I find men like these?" The bookseller pointed to a man named Crates, a well-known philosopher who was passing by. Zeno began to study under Crates and other teachers. He learned about wisdom and how to live a good life. Over time, Zeno developed his own ideas about life and happiness. He started teaching these ideas to others. People gathered to listen to Zeno speak in a place called the Stoa Poikile, which means painted porch. Because he taught there, his philosophy became known as Stoicism. Zeno turned his loss into a new beginning. Losing all his goods led him to discover philosophy and share wisdom with others. His story shows us that even when bad things happen, we can find new paths and make our lives meaningful. For us, we must cultivate a love for learning, read books, listen to others, and stay curious about the world around you. When you face new experiences, take the time to reflect on what you've learned. By embracing lifelong learning, you become more adaptable and better equipped to handle whatever life brings your way. Rule 6. Exercise self-discipline and moderation. The next principle is to exercise self-discipline and moderation. Control your desires and impulses. Practice restraint and balance in all aspects of life. Aristotle believed in moderation in all things. This means avoiding extremes, neither indulging too much nor depriving yourself unnecessarily. Imagine you're sailing a boat. If you don't steer carefully, the winds and currents can push you off course. Self-discipline is like the rudder that keeps you on the right path. There's a story about King Midas, who wished that everything he touched would turn to gold. His lack of moderation led to misery when even his food and loved ones turned to gold. To practice self-discipline and moderation, set clear goals and create routines that support them. When faced with temptation, pause and consider the consequences of your actions. Remember, moderation doesn't mean you can't enjoy life's pleasures. It means enjoying them in a balanced way. By controlling your desires, you make choices based on reason and long-term benefits rather than immediate gratification. Rule 7. Maintain emotional equilibrium. Maintaining emotional equilibrium is another essential Stoic rule. Keep your emotions in check and don't allow external events to disturb your inner peace. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Emotions are natural, but letting them control you can lead to unnecessary stress and poor decisions. Think of your mind as a calm lake. When a stone is thrown in, it creates ripples, but soon the water returns to stillness. Similarly, you can acknowledge your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. There's a story about a farmer whose horse ran away. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who lived in a small village. One day, the farmer's only horse ran away. This horse helped him with all the farm work. When the villagers heard about this, they came to visit him. "What bad luck," they said. "Now you have no horse to help you plow your fields." The farmer listened and calmly replied, "Maybe yes, maybe no." A few days later, the horse returned. Not only did it come back, but it brought along 2 wild horses. The villagers were amazed. They rushed to the farmer's house and exclaimed, "What good luck! Now you have 3 horses." The farmer smiled gently and said, "Maybe yes, maybe no." The next day, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses. The horse was not used to being ridden and threw him off. The son fell hard and broke his leg. Hearing the news, the villagers came to offer their sympathy. "What bad luck," they said. "Your son has broken his leg." The farmer, still calm, replied, "Maybe yes, maybe no." A week later, soldiers came to the village. There was a war starting, and they were taking all the young men to fight. When they saw the farmer's son with his broken leg, they left him behind. The villagers came to the farmer and said, "What good luck, your son doesn't have to go to war." And once more the farmer said, "Maybe yes, maybe no." You see, to maintain emotional balance, we must develop awareness of our emotional responses. When you feel anger, fear, or sadness, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. Reflect on why you're feeling this way and whether your reaction is helpful. By keeping your emotions balanced, you respond to situations more calmly and thoughtfully, benefiting both yourself and your relationships with others. Rule 8. Embrace adversity as opportunity. Next, embrace adversity as an opportunity. View challenges and setbacks as chances to grow and strengthen your character. Marcus Aurelius wrote in the Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means obstacles can guide us toward new paths and improvements. Consider a seed buried in the soil. It must push through the dirt to reach the sunlight. Without this struggle, it wouldn't grow into a strong plant. Thomas Edison faced thousands of failures before inventing the light bulb. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His persistence turned adversity into success. When you face adversity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation make me stronger or wiser? This mindset turns challenges into stepping stones toward personal development. By embracing adversity, you build resilience and adaptability, becoming better equipped to handle future challenges and less likely to be discouraged by setbacks. Rule 9. Cultivate virtue above all else. Cultivating virtue is central to Stoicism. Strive to develop the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let these guide your decisions and actions. Plato said, "All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue." Imagine virtue as the foundation of a strong house. Without it, the structure is weak. By building your life on virtue, you create a solid base for all your actions. The story of Cincinnatus illustrates this. He was a farmer called upon to lead Rome in a crisis. After achieving victory, he willingly gave up power to return to his farm. His commitment to duty and humility exemplified virtue. To cultivate virtue, reflect on these qualities and consider how you can embody them in your daily life. Make decisions that uphold these values, even when it's challenging. By focusing on virtue, you align your life with ethical principles and make a positive impact on the world. Rule 10. Practice mindfulness and presence. Another important principle is to practice mindfulness and presence. Stay fully engaged in the present moment. Avoid dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen master, said, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it." Imagine you're enjoying a beautiful sunset, but your mind is elsewhere, thinking about tomorrow's tasks. You miss the vibrant colors and the peaceful feeling. By being mindful, you fully experience and appreciate these moments. There's a Zen story about a man chased by a tiger. Once upon a time, there was a man walking through the forest. He enjoyed the warm sun and the gentle breeze. Suddenly, he heard a loud roar behind him. Turning around, he saw a fierce tiger staring at him with hungry eyes. Fear gripped the man's heart. He began to run as fast as he could, dodging trees and jumping over rocks. The tiger chased after him, getting closer and closer. Soon, the man reached the edge of a high cliff. He looked down and saw a deep valley below. There was no way forward, and the tiger was right behind him. Just then, he noticed a thick vine growing over the edge of the cliff. Without wasting a second, he grabbed the vine and started climbing down. As he hung there, he looked up. The tiger was peering over the edge, snarling and pacing back and forth. The man sighed with relief, thinking he had escaped. But when he looked down, he saw another tiger at the bottom of the cliff, waiting for him with sharp teeth and claws. Now he was stuck, one tiger above, another below. As he held onto the vine, 2 little mice, one white and one black, came out from a crack in the cliff. They began to nibble on the vine. The man watched in horror as the mice chewed, bit by bit, weakening his only support. Just then, he spotted a bright red strawberry growing from the side of the cliff, right next to him. It looked juicy and sweet. Despite the danger he was in, the man reached out, picked the strawberry, and put it in his mouth. It was the most delicious strawberry he had ever tasted. For that moment, he forgot about the tigers and the mice. He was completely absorbed in the joy of eating the strawberry. This story explains us that to cultivate mindfulness, focus on your breath, observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them, or engage your senses by noticing the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. By staying present, you reduce stress and increase your appreciation for life's simple pleasures, making the most of each moment. Rule 11. Live in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature is another important Stoic rule. Align yourself with the natural order of the world. Understand that everything happens for a reason and contributes to the greater whole. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Adapt yourself to the life you have been given and truly love the people with whom destiny has surrounded you." Think of a river flowing smoothly. If you try to swim against the current, you'll exhaust yourself. By going with the flow, you conserve energy and move forward effortlessly. To live in accordance with nature, appreciate the beauty and complexity of the world. Accept that some things are beyond your control. Instead of resisting circumstances, focus on how you can adapt and respond positively. Living in accordance with nature also means being true to your own nature, understanding yourself and acting authentically. By embracing the natural flow of life, you find harmony and peace. Rule 12. Focus on what you can control. Finally, perhaps the most fundamental Stoic principle, focus on what you can control. Concentrate your efforts on your own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. Accept that you cannot control external events or other people's behaviors. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Imagine trying to control the weather. No matter how much you wish for sunshine, the rain will come when it does. But you can choose to carry an umbrella or dance in the rain. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, what can I do about this? Focus on your own choices and actions. Let go of trying to control the uncontrollable. By adopting this mindset, you reduce frustration and empower yourself to handle situations effectively. This brings peace and allows you to make the best of any circumstance. Thank you for joining us today. If this video helped you along your Stoic journey, please give it a like and consider sharing it with others who may benefit from its teachings. For more Stoic insights, subscribe to our channel, where we post new discussions weekly to deepen our philosophical understanding of Stoicism and the modern world. Until next time.